Well. It's Sports Monster back here. And look what happened on this last Sunday. Look what happened yesterday. The Packers are eliminated from the playoffs. And the Lions finished with a winning record for the first time in a while, actually, I think. Or first time in a little bit. They finished with a winning record. They just missed the playoffs, the Lions, because of the Seahawks winning. But against the Rams yesterday. But my reaction to this game is congratulations to the Lions, man. They've kind of made their mark in the NFC North. They're here to stay. Dan Campbell done an awesome job with this team. Done an awesome job coaching this team, bringing this team together, um, establishing a culture, a winning culture. You know, they have that kind of like we'll take it from you mentality. We'll fuck you up and take it from you. They're not just gonna wait for their time. They're gonna take their time. Our time is now, and I fuck with it, man. I'm really impressed by the Lions organization and Dan Campbell, what they've done. The offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, he should be a head coach. I think Ben Johnson's a sneaky head coach candidate. In a league where it's going more towards offense, I think he did a great job making Jared Goff look like a viable quarterback for almost this whole season. Because Jared Goff, to me, he's not that great of a QB. I think he's a mid-tier quarterback, but he made Jared Goff look like a good quarterback, a very good quarterback for most of this season. So, and this offense was very productive. Um, you got to give props to their coaching staff once again. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receiver. He didn't have a big day today, but his threat allowed all the other receivers to have a big day. DeAndre Swift was good in the receiving game. Khalif Raymond, surprisingly, was good in a couple deep shots this game. Jamal Williams did his thing this game in a revenge game against the Packers, running back Jamal Williams. I'm excited to see what this Packers team can. I mean, this Lions team can do. Um, can they get themselves a younger quarterback, franchise quarterback that can elevate the ceiling of this team? I don't know, but you would hope after this next draft with the extra picks they've gotten from the Rams, this next draft they draft well and they can make their defense even stronger. Aiden Hutchinson was special this game. Special performance by Aiden Hutchinson. Perfect coming out party to finish off a good rookie year for him. And I'm still wondering why the Jaguars took Trayvon Walker over Aiden Hutchinson first overall, but hey, the Lions benefited the most from that. Um, you know, the defense, Kirby Joseph, the safety, really good safety for the Lions. They found something in Kirby Joseph. He's been sneaky good all season. A lot of people have been sleeping on the line safety, Kirby Joseph, but he doesn't. I think he picked off Aaron Rodgers 3 times this season. Just you know, awesome. We also go back to what's his face? I'm trying to find him. The dude from Jackson State, James Houston. Yes, he didn't do much this game, but they also found another guy in James Houston. He's a very good pass rusher for them this season. James Houston from Jackson State. He was coached under Deion Sanders in college. So I like what the Lions are doing. With their team. And as I move on to the Packers here, um, it's crazy to say. Like I just feel like this is the end of the era. Aaron Rodgers did not really play great this game. He had 3 turnover-worthy plays per Pro Football Focus. Um, one of them resulted in an interception that ended the game. At the end of the game, Aaron Jones was pretty bad this game. Kind of shit the bed this game. Key fumble he lost on a play when they were driving, and then just really couldn't break tackles this game. He was getting popped a lot. AJ Dillon also wasn't really good, but he's kind of like a one-trick pony. Christian Watson was good though. I mean, as you can see, he was still productive. Romeo Dobbs was bad. He had a couple key drops. Alan Lazard, not really a good wide receiver in my opinion. I think he's one of the most overrated wide receivers in the NFL. The only thing Alan Lazard does well on this Packers team is block. That's it. He's not a good route runner. His hands are iffy. Um, for a big guy, he can't really win at the catch point as much as he should have. He's a pretty big wide receiver, and he's terrible at winning at the catch point. And he's also just, I also think he's like a soft wide receiver too. So, not a great performance by him, despite the 4 receptions. I thought he was bad. Um, and for most of the season, I thought Alan Lazard was pretty like mediocre or subpar. The Packers defense, Quay Walker with one of the dumbest plays we've seen all season, pushing a trainer, and that got him ejected. Just stupid. Devondre Campbell was okay. Darnell Savage Jr., he did a solid job of Amon-Ra St. Brown, considering that Amon-Ra St. Brown's one of the best slot receivers in the league. He did a solid job matched up against him as a slot corner. I don't know. I don't know about this Packers team, man. I think it's just the end of an era for Aaron Rodgers. I think it's ran its course. I think if the Packers don't keep Aaron Rodgers, they move on to Jordan Love this next season. I think it's time. If they do, keep Aaron Rodgers offseason and he comes back for one more year, even though it doesn't sound like it based on his recent comments. Maybe this team can jump up next season, but I think Aaron Rodgers is out of here, man. I think he's done. Whether it's retirement or he demands a trade, I think he's done with this Packers organization. Now, the thing with Aaron Rodgers is that I feel like it's partly been him and partly been the Packers organization. I think his negative energy has dragged down this team, and I think this is one of the examples why always being negative is not being good. Sometimes you have to be positive, man. You can't just keep complaining about a certain situation or status quo. Sometimes you gotta do something about it or make the most out of what you got. Because if you keep on complaining about it, the energy will carry on and affect the rest of the team. And as a leader, you have to be a guy that's always positive for the most part. You can't be the negative leader here. It's not going to work. And I also can blame the Packers organization and GM, Brian Gutekunst, one of the worst GMs in the NFL, in my opinion. Trading away Devontae Adams just because he asked for a trade. You trade him away instead of playing hardball. Getting rid of or not drafting Justin Jefferson. And you didn't even have to draft him in the first round. You didn't draft him with a second round pick. Not drafting what's his face on the Chiefs, the center for the Chiefs, Creed Humphrey. Not drafting the Creed Humphrey, who looks to be like a future Hall of Fame center. Not getting any more receivers for Aaron Rodgers when he had Devontae Adams. It's just so ironic. The year that you get Christian Watson, Devontae Adams gets traded away. Like, imagine if the Packers kept Devontae Adams and Christian Watson. That would be one of the top 2 wide receiver duos in the NFL. Because Christian Watson looks like a special deep threat. And pair that with Devontae Adams' intermediate ability. How do they not dominate? How do they not dominate the league together? And Brian Gutekunst, who decided to move on from Devontae Adams and bring in Christian Watson just because he traded away Devontae Adams. I don't know what this team is trying to do, quite frankly. I have a suspicion Brian Gutekunst is trying to Jerry Krause Aaron Rodgers. And if you don't know what I mean by that, is that he hates Aaron Rodgers, so he's trying to make sure he kind of fails or runs him out of town indirectly. That's the only explanation with the roster moves. That's the only explanation. Because these last couple years, they've fallen short because of lack of versatility at receiver. And they decide that this year they want to trade away the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, if not the best, in Devontae Adams, and roll with a bunch of young wide receivers and some veterans that are cooked or just not good like Alan Lazard. This season's just a referendum on the Packers, man. They have a lot to figure out. and I like Jordan Love. So I do want to see him kind of play next season. So the Packers have a decision to make. Either you keep Aaron Rodgers, you go all in, bring in a wide receiver that can actually help him out, or you trade away Jordan Love, or you trade away Aaron Rodgers, or let him retire and you start Jordan Love. Either you trade away Jordan Love or keep Aaron Rodgers. I mean, let me fix that. Either you trade away Jordan Love and you keep Aaron Rodgers, or you let Aaron Rodgers retire and you bring back in Jordan Love and make him the starter and commit to him long term because his rookie contract's ending. That's another thing. They drafted a quarterback in the first round and they didn't take advantage of his rookie contract. Like, what is this team doing from a team building standpoint? I don't know what this team's doing. And it'll be so ironic if Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre end their career the same way on another team, possibly a division rival, trying to vie for dominance in the NFC North versus the Packers. But that's my take on this game. It's a sad day in Green Bay. I think this is the end of an era. Um, Hopefully Aaron Rodgers, I'd like to see him on another team trying to win a ring. Um, and that's it. I'll get back to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.